Should you scout for Dexio and Espion? Are they any good? Well, guys, this is if you've survived and you're scouting for every single limited unit, or rather every single Pokefair the game has to give you. Well, this is the last for the month. And then this is the 5th sync pair for the November 2024 update. But then there are 8 sync pairs. There are 3 more. But then they're not Pokefairs. They are variety scouts sharing one banner. So if you want just Pokefairs, congratulations. This is the last one for the bunch. And this sync pair is a psychic type tech sync pair with an EX role of support. So by 6-star EXing him, you get to power up your sync move by 1.5 times damage. And then by giving him the EX role, you get to give your team a double sync buff. Now, this sync pair is exposed to the brand new Super Awakening mechanic of Pokemon Masters. And that brings in some benefits as well as some downsides. Benefits, well, every single time you scout or you do a multi-pull on his banner, for the first 10 times, you get presents. For the first 4 times, you get 1 tech move candy coin per multi-pull. 5th time you scout and 10th time you scout on a multi-pull, you get a Super Awakening candy each, which you can give him or other sync pairs who already have 5 out of 5. That means they also have to have Super Awakening unlocked. So not every single Pokefair right now has Super Awakening unlocked yet. The new Pokefairs all have them. But right now, a third of the old Pokefairs have Super Awakening unlocked. By the end of the month, you'll have a second batch. And on January, you'll have a third batch. So December update and January update will bring a brand new list of Pokefairs that you can Super Awaken. So, and then on the 6th to 9th multi-pull, you get 2 tech move candy coins each multi-pull. So that's the good thing. The bad thing is, well, it's very, very scummy. And you need 5 copies in order to give Super Awakening. Sorry, but with that out of the way, let's just move into his kit right now. Let's talk about it. I'm not exactly feeling well. Just trying to get this video out to you guys before I go rest. Anyway, this is, again, a tech sync pair with an EX role of support. So, by giving him the EX role, you get to raise your defenses to around 200, and your special defense goes up to 220 something at level 150. As a tech sync pair, if you give him Super Awakening, his stats will go up by 1.1 times, and Super Awakening level 1. Sync moves and max moves get powered up. He doesn't have a max move. At 3 out of 5, your moves get 1.2 times stronger. Your 4 out of 5, your sync move and max move goes up 1.3 times. And at 5 out of 5, you get to unlock his Super Awakening passive. And unlike Saina, which I discussed her Super Awakening last, I might as well discuss it right now. So, I might as well test my skills is his Super Awakening passive. And in order to get this, not only do you have to have 5 copies of him, but you also need to give 5 Super Awakening candies. And how do you get the Super Awakening candy? 5th multi-pull, 10th multi-pull, and the rest, either you have Super Awakening candies in stock or you exchange tech move candies, not coins, candies, for his custom Super Awakening candy. Or you can also do that for your yellow generic move candies. So, really expensive, 10 out of 10. Let's see if it's worth it. So, this reduces your sync move countdown by 2 after using your sync move for the very first time. Okay, something like a sprint unit, but not quite. At the start of the battle, you bring in Psychic Terrain. Okay, a lot of Psychic types can bring in Psychic Terrain. And then, it raises your special moves up next effect by 3 stat ranks at the start of the battle. Okay. I mean, I kind of like The sync move countdown -2. Yes, I think that's not too bad. I forgot what Sinus was. I not a fan of Psychic Terrain only at the start of the battle. If it was every single time you use a sync move, start of the battle plus sync move, I would prefer it. But at the start of the battle, without extension, I do not like it. It's kind of worthless. And then increases special moves up next effect by 3 at the start of the battle. Unless you're aiming for time trial events or something, start of the battle, your damage output is very low. So not really that significant of special moves up next effect, and I am not really a fan of passive skills that just activate once and that's it. So special moves up next effect, 3 plus, 3 at the start of the battle, not really a fan of that. So that's that. Not really a fan of those. Passive skill, number 1. Seeing is believing. It's like hit the gas pipe. Increases the amount of move gauge required by 1. So you have Psychic. You also have, whatchamacallit, you have your buddy move, Psychic Light of Dawn. Unless, absolutely made an error here. Psychic should be a 4-move gauge move, and Psychic Light of Dawn will be a 4-move gauge move instead of 3-move gauge moves. It will power up the moves though by maybe 50%, and then raises this user's special attack at the start of the battle by 4. Okay. And it maximizes your critical hit rate at the start of the battle. Okay. So that means I do not need to use a trainer move. I can just focus on my attack at the start and just dish out damage at the very first turn. Okay? First, or team sync move, restore buddy move MP9. Whenever any of my sync pairs use a sync move, I will restore 1 MP for my buddy move, which has an MP of 1. We'll get to that soon. Let's go back to passive skill number 3. First, Berry MP0, Special Boost 3. When you have no more MP for your berry, for your Lum Berry, you'll raise your special moves up next effect plus 3. That means your Psychic, your buddy move will be powered up 120% damage. Only for the first time, your Lum Berry goes down to 0. Okay. Not that crazy about it. Let's talk about the attacks right now. Psychic, 4-move gauge attack, has a 10% chance of lowering the opponent's special defense. Lum Berry removes status conditions just like a full heal. Psychic Light of Dawn is quite strong. You can see 200 to 240 damage. Plus that might be powered up from your passive skill. It will hit one opponent, it hits, or it has 1 MP, and then it will activate when your special attack stat is raised, and it will deactivate when your special attack stat is not raised, which means at the start of the battle, it is already activated because your passive skill allows you to raise your special attack stat plus 4 at the start of the battle. It will never miss. It will lower that target's special defense -2. It will give you free move next effect to the user. And it will raise your special moves up next effect plus 1 stat rank. That's a 40% increase in your next Psychic or Psychic Light of Dawn. But then, Psychic Light of Dawn only has 1 MP. And it will check the amount of MP left for your Lum Berry. If it has more than 1 MP, it will eat up 1 MP of your Lum Berry. Or rather, if it has 1 MP or more, if it's more than 0 MP, it will eat up 1 Lum Berry. And then it will restore 1 MP of Psychic Light of Dawn. And that means you can use Psychic Light of Dawn again. And remember, you have a free move next effect after you use Psychic Light of Dawn. So, your next Psychic Light of Dawn, no worries about the 4-move gauge attack. It will be free. As long as you get to use Psychic Light of Dawn again, which you can use this 4 times in a row. Psychic Light of Dawn first, it will eat up 1 MP, restore 1 MP. You can use that 3 more times before your MP for Lum Berry goes away. Then, let me show you Restores your HP by 50%, removes all status conditions, gives you a damage guard next effect. And remember, after you have 0 MP for your Lumberry, you get to trigger this. And then remember that if you use your sync move for any sync pair, you get to trigger that. So you get to give yourself free move next quite often. The sad thing about this sync pair is that it only hits one opponent. I'd rather hit every single opponent, just like how Sina works. Every single opponent gets hit rather than just one opponent. But then, pretty strong damage, and you have a built-in multiplier for this one. The higher your special attack stat is, the stronger your sync move is gonna be. Plus, a tech EX or tech 6-star EX. That means your sync move gonna get 1.5 times stronger. And then by giving him the EX roll, you get to power up, or rather, you get to give yourself a double sync buff. So that is the base kit of Dexio and Espeon. And now let's take a look at his things. So he has an exclusive Lucky Cookie entry freebie at the start of the battle, free move next. This is okay, because your first turn is not going to be a trainer move. It's going to be an attack for Dexio. And you don't have to worry about move gauge, because your move is going to be free if you decide to go for this. But I guess I'd rather go for Critical Strike 2 or probably Super Powered 3 so that I'll hit the opponent's stronger damage rather than just sacrificing that first hurdle of free move next. So that's my thoughts for his Lucky Cookie 1. 1 out of 5, you got Dauntless, special attack cannot be lowered. 2 out of 5, you got Catalyst. Fast Track 9 might be helpful because he is a 4-move gauge user. Let me show you Master Healer is his trainer move, which can restore HP. Natural Remedy, Psychic move gauge refresh, Psychic on a roll 9 so that you get to lower the opponent's special defense every single time. And Quick Cure, 3 out of 5, brings a brand new passive skill that even Puma Tools does not have the answer yet until Dexio comes out. I think if your MP for your Lumberry is 0, it will power up your Sing move by 90%. If your Lumberry is 0, it will power up your Sing move by around 90% damage. So, that's not too bad. Brain Teaser, that lower the opponent's special defense is, the stronger your normal attacks are. Grand Entry 2 to max out the damage for your built-in multiplier. Head Start 1, lower the Sing move count on the start. Mind Games 9, so that you don't even have to use Psychic every single time you use, well, actually, when you use your Psychic Light of Dawn, you already get to lower the opponent's special defense. So this is kind of optional. A faster way of lowering the opponent's special defense. Ramming Speed, the higher speed stat is, the stronger your sync moves or your normal attacks are gonna be. You can only raise your speed stat at the moment by getting, well, 2 out of 5, Fast Track 9. Smarty Pants, the lower the opponent's special defense is, the stronger your sync move is gonna be. So, as of the moment, we have a couple of multipliers. You have, well, Super Awakening, Psychic Terrain. Let's ignore that because it cannot even extend the duration of Psychic Terrain. Next, you have built-in, the higher special attack stat is, the stronger your sync move is gonna be. You have Berry MP 0 sync moves up 9. If your MP for Lumberry is 0, your sync move is gonna be more powerful. You have Smarty Pants, the lower the opponent's special defense is, the stronger your sync move is gonna be. This ties up quite well with the previous multiplier, because the way you lower the opponent's special defense is by using Psychic Light of Dawn, which will lower your Lumberry MP. So it's kind of tied side to side. And then he is an tech. He has the EX roll of tech. That means your sync move is going to be 1.5 times stronger. So those are his multipliers. Quite okay. Several multipliers for this Psychic type, but we have a lot of good Psychic types. Do you need another one? 2 sync move power-up tiles for him at 3 out of 5. But this is a Poke Fair. We have 4 out of 5. Psychic hit special boost up 1/9. If you use Psychic, Every single time you use Psychic, you will get special moves up next effect, which will power up your Psychic Light of Dawn if you prefer to go for that. Then Super Sync 9, super effective up next effect after you use your Sync move every single time using Dexio. So another multiplier if you decide to not attack using him, save that super effective up next effect. Well, you have a lot of multipliers in store for him. That's 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5. Pokemon moves and Sync moves crit. Every single time you are gonna hit the opponent with a critical hit, except if the opponent has vigilance or stuff like that. You're already maxing out your critical hit rate with your passive skill. That way, your normal attacks are gonna be 100% critical. Your Sync move, 80% critical. So, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this thing. Yes, you get to, assure yourself that it's always gonna be a crit. But then, locking this at 5 out of 5 with maximum critical hit rate already, not really a fan of this one. And then Sync move, special boost up to 9. Raises your special moves up next effect by 2 after you use your Sync move. And remember that after you use your Sync move, any Sync pair, you will get to use or unlock 1 MP again for your Psychic Light of Dawn. So that means your Psychic Light of Dawn is going to be 80% stronger after you use your Sync move with this method. Not really a fan of this one, honestly. It's 5 out of 5. Dexio, not that crazy about this one. 4 out of 5, Super Sync 9, kind of fine. 3 out of 5, I think, is the best move level for him. Not unless you want to Super Awaken him, which you have no choice but to go 5 out of 5 at all times. So that, guys, is Dexio and Espeon. I try to keep this as short as possible because my voice hurts, coughing, I am itching all over. I think I have hives or some sort of eczema or something. Please pray for me. It's super duper itchy and I do not know how to cure this. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button for me. And if you want to support, you can go visit my coffee.com/splgum page or become a member by clicking on the join button. And until then, guys, I need to rest. Good night, and I will see you in my scouts soon.